Hey friends, I'm Rhiannon from Drawn by Rhiannon, and today I wanted to share with you my top 5 craft market tips. So as well as having my online shop and selling in stockists around the UK, I also do a lot of craft markets. They're so much fun to do, it's lovely to get out there and talk to customers and talk to other small business owners. And I've been doing them for many years now, so I wanted to share with you some tips that I've picked up along the way of how to set up and how to run your craft market store. So I'd say one of the most important things when you're working out the layout for your store is that you want to make sure you've got really clear prices on there. I don't know about you, but quite often if I'm at a market and they don't have any visible prices, I'm kind of a little bit too shy to ask how much something is, just in case it's like a wildly different price from what I'm thinking it's going to be. So you just want to make sure you have your prices laid out nice and clearly. You want to make the signs really simple, really bold, and just nice and easy to see, so that if someone is having a little browse, they can see straight away how much the prices are and they're not going to be sort of put off by asking. As well, if you can, I would try and have like a range of different prices. So have some items that are priced where people can just pick it up sort of without thinking about it, but then you can have higher priced items that are more like an investment or like a special gift kind of purchase. I always like it at markets if people say artists, maybe they've got some prints that are sort of £30–40, but then they have like postcards or stickers or badges that are just like a smaller ticket price. So if you love their work but you maybe don't have the budget on you at the moment to buy a big piece, then you could just get a little something. So I think this is a really nice way to sort of appeal to a wide range, so you kind of got a little bit of something for everyone. The second thing you want to think about when you're designing your layout is different heights. So I can totally understand if you just got a few things that you just want to lay them all flat on the table, but if you can, it's really nice to get different heights so that the eye kind of goes around your stall. It adds more interest, and it's also a really good way to add like extra space to your table. If you've got lots of things, then you want to go up to display your items as well as across, just giving you more space. So you can think about some collapsible shelving, you can think about repurposing other things, like I use a magazine rack for one of my display units that works really well. So have a look in charity shops, in flea markets, places like TK Maxx are really good for baskets and shelving and stuff. So just have a look around, see what you can find, and then obviously test it out at home and see if you can get some nice different levels going on. My third tip is to try and sort of theme your table. So if you've got a brand colour or a logo or anything like that, then try and run that through all of your layout. So for example, my brand colour is light blue with white polka dots. So it is on my pricing, all my price labels are blue with the white polka dots. I've got a blue spotty tablecloth. I've got it's on my leaflets, everything. So it all matches nicely, and people kind of start to recognise you. So like even from afar, they'll see your stall and be like, oh yeah, no, I remember you. You're the person who does this or whatever. But if you can just try and tie your stall together by theming it to your brand colours, and also try and keep your display items in the same theme. So maybe you want to go for all metal or all wood or something like that. It just kind of ties it together, makes it look more professional and sort of more put together. Obviously, if you don't have a brand colour or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. I would still go for some sort of theme. So you might just want to go for a white tablecloth, keep it nice and neutral and clean, but I would still again go for maybe like a modern theme or sort of like a cosy theme, just something so it's all cohesive and all ties in nicely together. Something that's really, really important to have on your market store is some sort of way for your customers to look you up in the future. So whether that is leaflets or business cards, or you could even just put up a QR code that links to your website, you need something so that people can find you later, because you know, people might just be browsing, they might not be looking to buy that day, but they might see something and think, oh, that would be a really good gift idea for so and so in the future, like 6 months down the line. So you want to have something that they can remember you by. So just be sure to have a leaflet or a business card that they can take with them. Like I say, even just having a little QR code that they can scan with their phone there and then. You just want something that they can hold on to. Even if you don't have a website, that's absolutely fine. If you've got social media or anything like that, you just want to have a way that customers can find you again in the future. Even if you don't have any online presence whatsoever and you just do craft markets, it could be a really good idea to have a QR code that they can scan that will just list all your markets that you've got coming up, so at least they'll know where they can find you again. Then my final tip is, if you have a newsletter that you send out to your customers, then have a little sign-up sheet of some description on your stall. Either have it sort of laying there so people can just add their name to it as they want, or have it behind your stall so you can add people's names to it if they ask about it. Personally, I prefer just having the sheet out on the table if you can. Then even if you're not at your table, when someone comes by and they see it, they can just write their own name and email in if they're interested. You can also do this on like a digital version if you wanted to take a tablet or something with you, and that will automatically add it directly onto your mailing list, so you don't have to do it when you get home. But I just find having a pen and paper is nice and simple, and I feel like it's a little bit more approachable than asking someone to type something in on a tablet. Some other really important things to remember for craft markets: you want to double check whether the table is included. Some places will just give you a table as part of the fee. Sometimes you have to either bring your own table or pay extra to rent a table, so you just want to double check about that. I would also recommend bringing a chair with you if you can, just a little collapsible one. I've got like a collapsible stool, which is really good because it's a little bit higher up so that you can still be sat down, but like you can still see over the top of your stall, so you can still talk to customers while you're sat down, because it is very tiring standing up for a whole day of market. So it's nice if you've got that option to sit down. A lot of venues will be able to provide you with a chair, but some places just don't have them. If it's not a kind of venue that usually does like sort of events like this, then they might not have chairs. So it's worth just bringing your own foldable chair if you've got one. Another thing that's really important to bring is food and drink. Again, the venue might be able to provide this for you, but I would highly recommend bringing lots of water, lots of drink, because your mouth can get really dry when you've been talking to a lot of people, and also you want to make sure you've got lots of snacks. Sometimes markets are go, go, go all day, which is amazing, but usually there is some sort of quiet lull at some point. So that's your time to have your snacks, have your lunch. If you just bring it with you, then you know you've got it. I'd say the only time that I don't bring lunch with me is if I know there's going to be a food truck there. But then you've also got, on the other hand, the situation where you have to wait for the food to be cooked, so you're going to be away from your stall for a little bit if you don't have a helper with you. So it's something to think about. My biggest tip is just to try and enjoy it. It can be a little bit scary. I know when I first started doing craft markets, I was so shy, I didn't really want to talk to anyone. But now, just with a lot of practice, I absolutely love markets. I love chatting with anyone, and it's just so much fun. I made some great friends through doing markets. So yeah, just be brave, enjoy it, and it'll be a great day. Speaking of markets, I've got quite a few coming up at the moment, so I'll drop a link down below so you can check out where I'm going to be over the next few months. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, it would be lovely if you could subscribe to my channel. If you've got any more tips that you'd like to share, then drop them down below and we can all have a look. Click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video. I hope you're all having a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!